Mr. Gyima, and there area yawoso wahoma. The entia yama wa freno. Ama ya freno. Afi wo sha a free January bepi May busumi mu. Sani anami chiremu edechra ahwefo. Utumu se Cedi na hoode no kwa na ekosoro. Na enempo de awie ya hu se hover around a year 11 cedis. By 85 pesos bi. Na don't wanna bisa mpo se Cedi na hoode na ekosoro sa no. Dana ama abasa. Enti awie question a ye bisa eno no. Na hoode no kwa na ekosoro. Na ye bisa Mr. Gyima se empo wo hwema Dana ama ebanasa.
Yo keke medama se pa se maton sa de afreme. Ninchia etifo ni ahwefo nyina. Na me se ye Cedi no na ho den a onya ni se no. Several factors. Ebeka se ye mu kese but before that no ma menka se as they say Yedina ye Center for Economic and Financial Analysis. The Center for Economic and Financial Analysis.
Oh, okay.
Mate,
thanks for the correction, pa.
Yeah. I na me say bono na. I kasa ya change no. I say yeah, in Amiado Miaku Center for Economic and Financial Analysis.
Okay.
Full focus on the economy and economic analysis.
Oh, nice.
I am more specific. I'm basically
Mate.
Right.
Yo, Mate, Medasipa. Thanks for the correction. Mr. Gyima, what correct and sana Yatias, Center for Economic and Financial Analysis, right? Executive Director. Yo, maybe I told you to uncommon so Emma BT.
Yeah. First of all, I will say you see me acknowledge say Yanka Magana phone in answer say Cedi and eba exchange rate a year a currency a day a teacher we are seeing na ejina principle economic principle be a friend demand and supply. Anytime a currency be pressure and I say demand ebe connect no na sa currency no onya hoden more. Anytime a currency be pressure be free so and I say demand for that currency no be free pressure no demand no na say be confirm no obo say currency so na hoden eba from enti enyoma ekoso ama eneye oman Ghana ye Cedi no etini enya hoden no largely ejina nyoma miene so external factors any domestic and I say internal factors. But it has got everything to do with the external factors. In your mind, we are seeing in our so. Na sebe dollar na kwa ye currency bad time dia, sika bad time dia. We are seeing in a new didija. And any time as a country and I say as an economy, or exposure to foreign goods and then foreign items, Emma sebe demand also a back or currency so so yeah then and it's a foreign exposure biana anytime we be say dollar na holding ebe koso e wo sikejua mine so and I say international financial market and naturally we say usika sem and I say the local currency it depreciates because the more dollar we are seeing now na o currency so no depreciate because the foreign exposure ebe udi dwa monone o your maya udi dwa monone na se dollar no ono so Ghana yendi dollar Ghana na US for sika dollar na US for currency enti say o say the global trade say the yede dollar na edie no the dollar no obia de ni sika kwa kwhye dollar mu na se confidence US economy and I said the global financial market ni mo a dollar ne ho yedene it when say other currencies be brave so far it the reverse and so you say the dollar no so no confidence bad dollar mu na eso te confidence what dollar mu aye currency bad time aye didi dwa amono na ni bebia no the confidence from that said the obia aye na adwen say o yi ni sika di free dollar mu nkofo ye o ma adwen say o mu invest with the US economy bi mu a naturally no dollar ni depreciate if the country be or foreign exposure bia no or benefit it.
Okay.
Country be or foreign exposure as said or no dibia or we are seeing now sika bad time and the market financial market and after the global trade market no country be or no foreign exposure bia no say o can your money free amona ne de ba o my ni mo a e ba ne sa pressure na $1 on the so you benefit. And see, that is the external factor. But young kind who say then you base his team slowly because there is a curve not turning for the depreciation of the dollar. And the same you be maximum for the TRC no. Who say Donald Trump first of all trade tariff not Trump any China for any to some extent Europe any North America to Canada no. And no $1 we are seeing na a shaky because Donald Trump will buy no or the policy, the Russian economic policy or na a deliberate on one who decided yes say I say Ghana economy no or my US they be only importing your mother do be brave and they buy US minimum. Fact is also ultimate na US no more producing production and manufacturing at the US economy no. Fact is in could China. iPhone no crash said we are seeing na Ethiopia no China and manufacture no but owners no America. And see Trump will buy and the second time will buy you who say no about a JDA between US any other countries and the world that USM benefited. And Ebanesana are building billionaires as said billionaires we are seeing now. Obianso invested in the US economy. Now Trump who say America or minor, they be no more the cat said they be a Ghana yeka say your budget deficit no. They be a no mark of Bobesia, Busion Mobono, it's about 3 trillion every year. Or some of the funding or more a budget support. Now 3 trillion Ebanis up also move floaty shares. Now ometimi a generate sika to say Ghana so na abanye den. A floaty and also or issue bonds, any treasury bills no near they are stabilizing a budget no. Now a key investor with the US bond market and as a country and economy investing more US economy no China. Now Shadio US we are seeing na number one customer. We are seeing na country foreign is do and US. And a country or no number one manufacturer of the world, producer of the world, China. And so Trump will buy also no. I will say or reverse our economic policy at US no. And it is near the cranioma. Now your cranioma defeat China at the back. US if you deep your online sales or more power more imports from Indiana, it goes back to China, the Chinese economy. China economy now build their stronger. I don't think that Trump say or the tariff attracting no. The Chinese was able to withstand the shock. So vulnerability never ban say America won't in the call a bluff because fact is mean no China never. Yen ye crowd mamu ni atete so dia mamu. Namu dia ba America and we are seeing in a big brands wow, Nyomani Bia and Pabwa, a bag like serious brands, Adidas, Nike, a mom, a baggy, Chanel, big larger brands, Nino, China, and a price in Fanto, so it be $100, $200. But what they call America, no matter ton of $1,000, $2,000. At the end of the day, they benefited. A US, new US for now. And the Trump, who sounds so I was also to protect the US economy because it cannot continue in that direction for far long. They be no America. But I share your books, I share your budget, near the car. China Fuyana DBA, that's uncommon change in trillions of dollars near the Omuka. In fact, investment at China winning the US Central Bank the foreign reserve of the US million China for the dimutin in my billionaires are what China and Yinano US normal call. Amu pebibia for bonds, investment, US economy normal for. And to the moment that Trump a year in position of the tariff no. Yeah, they buy and they say, and my investors, what we are seeing now, including China, who hold a lot of US bonds and stock on Yinano. Every US economy anymore. And my principle be say, currency biano, say pressure equals currency, no be a pedia, a money born here day, a jump. And as they say, so no, the pressure no if free currency is not to be a in here currency now, and the money value ni be a bed drop it. It is a signal now Trump no, a deliberate to Kiki, a deliberate.
Oh, okay.
Yes. A deliberate because he wanted to devalue the US dollar. Then a better confidence and for a dio musica be about US economy no more. Now a no can be crown in Sihu, which is interest to these investors. They have to double pay of that price. The moment I started, Omuninatrium who would just as they say, I'm more withdraw dollars for US, market. Then they somewhere beginning to look at Europe and then other Asian countries. A deliberate. A ban is move the pressure on the US dollar. Sebe Ghana Hakayetianum say the investment analyst for the record say, so your investment the South African $1 to one say omoka. Good. So because it's Cedi na $1 to one, what is it telling you? Movie demand no dollar so because there is a certain confidence in the US economy. Ama dollar nenya value. Into himself do sika for $7 anymore. That perceived value in the dollar no and no ebe protecting usika anyade omboka. At the moment they did that no investors, the big time investors we are seeing now keep your musika na our US economy. They decided to withdraw their funds and move it to Europe and other Asian economies. That's what they did. And that single policy started, causing the dollar to fall. That is what is happening.
Okay.
And my dollar no started say back from started say back from no. And so na China for the US before I made them inform say omo love bet Donald Trump and China omo the omo Baka say baako we are seeing now obi otade pa US. And baako so we are seeing now manufacture China. It's an uncle Fabi Domuntim. Or meeting because they depend on each other.
Okay.
China and US, they depend on each other. It's opening this fundamental principle. It's a ban about last week. And Switzerland for president who said and Tokoya Union Penifoi El Queen and it will host US and will host China. That was Switzerland. And no more years than year. Tariff hold no more so also Donald Trump at the tariff no pay muko 145% and will go say free China area US market. And China for imposing 125% and will go if you America call China. But Makasa US net the we are seeing no be or the US or be on charity or foreign aid US. It is science to say no, my and they say no matter tariff and also asamba from the Trump at 10 and 1 said. Your person achieve or man uncle US economy no foreign investors for Nina no. But more million the US mean no per or build a factory or America or per se a Gyima internal America send a big creative jobs factories so send it we need to industrialize the economy no. The more we do that now, the more we protect our jobs and even create more jobs in our economy. Sana Trump per se Gyima no be kwa trade a bet now we say the oil no so say or taxes so ediama the businesses on better on once say omo bet na America ye Gyima name no mu relocate on the plants and free America. Or yes, and if won't say or bet me asset or minor ne budget deficit every year be a $3 trillion net on console. No matter China for your moton your free or master Bob the few one their time say we say US economy. So that is what has gone on the international scene. Now, yes, I know say or pick countries, we are some countries that Ghana could be kind and not slash a tariff, no. Or yes, I know send a macato or say we are seeing men in America and a party pa. If the countries need to be Trump, yes, and I know model. If you didn't start say on banning back or patch oh. Mr. President, you the emboy, you in America, the one I'm telling you, Madam. And you yes, I parry the way emboy. It's most countries went back to him and then did renegotiation. Star objective in an hour, because as we are saying, America has been cheated for long. We are taking advantage of America. America has been giving money and be taking care of the world for far too long. And you know, yes, he got most of the countries come on the negotiation table. No one say on tariff, especially the European countries, because Osheka a free Europe, America tariff 30%, like Mercedes Benz, any BMW, Muna, or Germany, no. The America tariff that's so higher. But US the cars say GM Motors, Cadillac, Chrysler, money if you're quite away. No 10% dependent. Americans so I'm telling whom they bring that because on road you baby we are seeing on the superpower. It's a ban some countries some start a renegotiation. In fact, UK for any say and agree about 21 billion pounds trade agreement that's our countries, you know. Countries which say Turkey, some of the European countries, they were about Singapore, Malaysia, and when they went to negotiate with Trump again, then they were fine-tuning these trade agreements with the exception of Canada and China. And I know some very retaliate. Then I made both China also and common. If they decided they will retaliate, then they be monthly. And no until say now we are Switzerland president who said I will say money China and US omo back Switzerland a neutral ground. Now when you're there omunding common now omuntini ending kita also. Actually that was what has gone on the Cedi dollar exchange rate, largely on the international market. Actually that is what is going on. But of course, there has been some government interventions. No. A continuity. Yes, Ghana, you too good that. There has been an increase in gold purchase. Gold purchase programming, what did I market since an open market? After the say commodities are a day foreign cash exchange rate. Yetiminya foreign dollars ni bebre e de buy money mono a dollar we say cocoa gold and oil. In fact, one of our major trading commodities exporting items gold, cocoa and oil ye net losers because you share a PG which is import and exporter. Ye oil production ye or minimum ye crude oil ye two or minimum. Now, said the Toma foreign companies will move to because of agreement or no more. And no, compared to refined petroleum products, I cry any free abroche at the banner. Bibiano, ye Lucy, ye imports no exceed the export value. And see a back commodity, this is cabre or money in terms of foreign exchange, dollar, oil, dear, do your oil but MY. If they say a cocoa, any good. Into any policy direction in cocoa, any good will be announced, and also at the foreign cash, $1 at the bread, MIT increase your gross international reserve, and your foreign exchange reserve with the Bank of Ghana. Now, what has happened is from last year, our previous government.
Dr. Mr. Gyima. My main put way across maybe I say what the bad address here because maybe I just want to know say how you feel or react to a year in Semubia because Dr. Baumia Bekan say NDC into me for single policy in Bambetuja and the who say a year gold board and then say Sabijan feels what you the maybe now no I want to say tight monetary policy. Or just a Bank of Ghana raising monetary policy from 27 to 28% in March 2025. And this alongside a year management of a year supply of money. I'll say by economy and abua stabilize Cedi no. Main first second one to Jana address mami. Also fiscal discipline. Now, Ministry of Finance also work say obe control a government spending. Now, what build the investor confidence through responsible financial management. Now, last one, although our nose claims increased foreign exchange earnings. Say gold exports by PMMC and a gold board and this significant currency inflow abem together with a cocoa sales working. So over to me abu. Now what reacted to that? How true do you think this how true is this assertion?
This is a big one in the sense on say minor because of how you treaty and politics in your money gonna heated kakra. Let's not discount the fact to say in the IMF for cry any ambo mudia almost the amount buying the core IMF 2 or 3 years ago no. It's about getting access to dollars into the economy, liquidity support, balance of payment. It's one of the factors that they say what is happening on the international level. They say the real test will come in as they say Trump and then China free negotiations. Confidence is moving back to the US dollar. No, the real test will be say all things being equal, not say dollar needs to say a peke eba biuma. We will see the test in the local economy. It's American say we should hasten slowly on the political points. It's okay to take credit because at the end of the government of the day, I understand the politics. But the reality check will come in significantly when you say dollar no 80 pejani mu we are say.
Okay. Hello.
It's me. Hello.
Yeah, me patch me beat you.
Tina make us say, yentu ya boase kakra. Na yemma dollar no embejina bibi ojina pepepe. Ewo we are seeing na tika semu. Na the dollar needs to me embejina. The real test, the reality test on the economy of Ghana will be when the dollar has begun peaking on the international level. When you measure the performance in our city, really, say I buying policies in our city, but what I can say to it is say IMF we should never and ever discount the support from the IMF because one say before between last month after the fourth review no more another $360 million. There's more dollars in the system. IMF for the brain again in and I make us say with this whole gold purchase program now, the issue here is that yes, Ghana is a number one producer of gold in Africa. Now you're second to South Africa, but they say you two or more. And yes, share the whole reserves are a that is why we have to hasten slowly. Buying previous government, let's start say current government, so we are submitting they've been able to increase our gold reserves to about 31 metric tons. So they make our say. Yes, as we say. Now, if you even look at the exporter, yes, share statistical service report on trade report, Ghana Statistical Service, gold contribution to the economy, it's about 162 million dollars on gold exports alone. Now, as at April, you will say the significant gold exports about now $2.7 billion US. And see, for the time being, Ghana has benefited from the windfall the international market. And there is more influx of dollars in the system from Bank of Ghana, from the gold purchase program also. And of course, IMF injection of dollars over time, and also so and they say, let's also say imports and also swati. They are not doing imports like they used to do because na dollar na air cost for na nipa sen kan itimi cranium ane deba na manyoma bo bebre so they are then e dia cost for And see, meaning also a contributory factor. Now, the real case is that, yes, I was say abino ebona bosumu, fiscal, we say prudent fiscal management, you know, and IMF for, and I did 2 years. So here IMF, MOU, they are really on government and making sure say government expenditure, resource allocation, and that is what they have been doing for us. I'm confident it's in by economy no more. Finance minister clearly on said payment. Let's one answer no. The finance minister by a 4 month, 5 months payables or minor a young for minor de onka. If you defer contractors or my Gyima by no edit finance minister and started say ye payment. So the money is still within government. So money started say a movie from the covers of what? Of government to individuals. And again, so Osha recently energy sector, yeah. Energy minister Becca say it's costing about $1.7 billion to $2 billion on average. See a bit mediate IPP forecast. And all things being equal, so you start a year payment. Now you know more cash a car power for extra thing say yeah they cap $400 million into on plant. Imagine if you want to pay $400 million from the reserve of Bank of Ghana to car power, you will see the impact on your currency. And all that they are doing, which is also part of policy, is that almost stay on the payments of certain money for goods and services. They are staying on those payments, you know, and they are holding on to the payments of those with, you know. Send a movie because they want to achieve a certain target, which is
not just so we'll hold on for the meantime.
I know this say I need also a policy whom we are. It's a policy direction America said the real test will come in. When Cedi starts dollar starts say enya nenu nya manase enya na hoden ewo we are seeing na Gyima so you see e will stand that shock na and the ebetinya ka say boldly no that prudent fiscal management, tightening expenditure control, and the Bank of Ghana increasing monetary policy. What is monetary policy? It's all about the supply of money into the system.
All right.
You know, when the confidence comes, Bank of Ghana governor, who say, oh, I was say, meeting a preventing for sending a the cost of accessing capital. Maybe a bank, you know, Eco Bobby Bank of Ghana or no more. I was say, Otimi Etumu in Sinhuno, and I say, Otimi Eti in Sinhuno. So depending on the policy direction, and now banks the funding car, almost at the back commercial markets, they can also either increase or reduce depending on the economy no more. It's it's okay when say Nanuya na Bank of Ghana made the policy meeting ya can this year policy or the Nanuya say over the counter withdrawal any or more dollar de dano or meeting ya kwa kuyi or dollar no name muni dollar account na of the dollar yeah amount more than $10,000. That is what the Bank of Ghana should be doing over time. Yeah, OSHA your foreign exchange actor. Ghana Krano, OSHA specialized depositing actor, Bank of Ghana, Domano na. Yes, you will be in the dollar or Krumuanu say. Who ye payment, a man your dollar mu. Oh, tardia, mentor dollar, but your rent, say your hotels, or be a charge you a dollar. And no, and a policy also mutimid normal now, so normal preventive are in the shining and no, and a bit to me, Abua my sidino, a bit to me in your home, and in a new man. But the Yako it's still early days here to say, you bit to me a jubilate over the performance of the city.
All right, Mr. Gyima, you better was the empo analysis thing chrimua. What they amaye and then enyumre. Now we can go on and on. ABA prepamuno say release dollars no so crime find payments no. Ya beshe GDP near who crane and minim say dingina de to mema eye bibia ewo ho. Enti every prepamuno minim say wo de be ra eho dum nyina. Ya da was bi o ede wadaje. Why? Yame okay. And then every wouldn't to be TV so any wouldn't to be radio na a year talk Ghana Jumedi was Guswa Wuti make us say 2 doctors at Nasi Dada Ewo Jumedi so now it's been a long one, long lecture because she say you know Cedi to dollar Sadia make catch out the name as a Abama do 11 cedis 85 pesos na utumu se drop one air drop me wo se driver for GPRTU last time yadi abas imoro etwetwe nkomo a oso omo behwe so omo beye bibi e dia fa first no eho na de yeya ntie se omo ebetete lorry first so come Saturday by 15%. Well, a step in the right direction. But Enra, Dr. Baobia, or NDC, Omonche policy ba pa Obama Cedi no Ediabasa. Inti ene yebe rasa nsebunumu kakra. Now I know I can want Sam George the anosono, and then yebe rem Sam George and Sen Sebuno. And then yebe remu na time ding na kom nan ka be pese mi komu pa and then ewie echiremu ma hu se ade no said ye eat mensa it describe on a liar no and tro ni futuro e do tugu ye ni and then you no air threaten court action so the obi ebe court PK sapon ebe court. But I don't know what it is about a year NDC for the cast. President Mahama cast. Mokai Mahama Ayariga. I don't know so Martin Amidu no call court. Or the no call court. I was a cast year be a net Sam George a year be a same offense. A year Kisia Jabe in Shadimu or by that we just our case no. But Martin Amidu Mokai Mahama Ayariga case 3v8. Echireno okotoy oje oyusu parliamentary yida and oton 40,000